live. All right. Hookup culture. Hookup culture damaging society, right? Is hookup culture something that we kind of really need to assess and talk about a little more, because nowadays, let's just be honest, hookup culture is glamorized, okay? It is wrapped up in this golden package to where society makes it seem like it's fun. Okay, it makes it seem like this whole glamorous and you're just having a blast, and it's marketed not only to males now, because back in the day, hookup culture was mainly marketed to young men. Right nowadays, it's also marketed to young ladies. Okay, it's also marketed. We got R&B singer, or not R&B. They do not make R&B, but these Cardi B's, Nicki Minaj's shit. Even going back to Lil Kim, she was marketing that whole. I feel like she was the first. She was the first Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, all of that good shit. Lil Kim, and she was like one of the first females to market hookup culture openly like that. Okay, like just openly marketing hookup culture, telling chicks the way she dressed on album covers. Lil Kim was raunchy, y'all. She was raunchy. So the marketing to young people, male and female, to hook up it's been going on since, like, I would say the 60s, right? That's when it really, with all the liberation and all that good stuff. And of course, as time passed, it got worse, right? And one thing I want to point out, hookup culture is a no for me. I can't do it. I get too attached. FR36, I'm not sure if you're a male or a female. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't mind, go ahead and let me know if you're a male and female, because this is important to the video, okay? Because I am talking to you too, young men, right? Know what you get into before you get into it. This is a huge thing that I'm getting, that I'm a female. Okay. Female, I'm glad you're admitting it, right? But I'm glad you're admitting that you get attached, because it's the same way for young men. A lot of young men, right, especially in these so-called alpha spaces, and I'm gonna get on these alpha males, right, on these YouTube spaces that just make it seem like hookup culture is so glamorous. This whole rotation culture, hookup culture, and you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking right away. I can't really wait for more people to come in, because this is a smaller channel, right? Usually smaller channels need to get to the fucking point right away, all right? So anyway, a lot of these alpha male channels, they're going to package men having rotations and all of that good stuff. They're going to package it in a golden package, right? They're packaging shit in gold, is pretty much what it is. And they only talk about the glamorous side of hooking up, right? It's just like these rappers. They're going to talk about the glamorous side of trapping, selling dope, right? They're going to show you all the glitz and glamour, like, hey, look at the cars I got, look at all these B words and H words I got. They're not going to tell you the downsides, aka jail, aka getting murdered, right? They're going to leave all the bad stuff out. Same way with hookup culture. These alpha males are going to package to young men that having a rotation, that hooking up with multiple women, right, is glamorous. They're not going to tell you the downsides. Especially, there's some in particular, especially this older guy. He tries too hard to be alpha. He's like, yeah, have a rotation of women. And he tries to talk all slow and shit like that. Have a rotation of women, and if they leave, we'll move on to the next one. He's acting like men don't get attached. Let me tell y'all something, fellas. I don't give a damn how alpha you is. You are going to meet a young lady that, if you are doing this whole hookup culture with, you are going to attach some feelings. We are spiritual beings, okay? And this is the main thing that's not talked about. We're spiritual. So when you go ahead and go up in a chick, right? When you penetrate, when you go and doing your thing, you feel me? You doing your thing with a young lady, guess what? Her energy is going to be transferred to you, vice versa. your energy is going to be transferred into her. And it's a little worse for young ladies. Yes, I know it's bad for both parties, but it's a little worse for young ladies because young ladies are naturally what? Emotional. You feel what I'm saying? For real, I have spoken to both rappers and athletes, and honestly, they are the most emotionally damaged, numb guys. Yes, yes, and I'm gonna get to this because I know a real life Chad. I know I live in Houston, bro. It's plenty of Chads to go around, okay? And I'm gonna get to him in a second, right? So, like I said, man, a lot of these guys want to participate in this whole hooking up. I want to hook up with and have rotations and all that corny shit. Let me tell y'all something, fellas. If you are engaging in rotation and hookup activity, you are going to attract females that are into the same thing. And let me tell y'all something. A female's rotation, hey, it's something vicious, right? So when you start playing this whole rotation game, you are playing the woman's game now, right? And I said this in my last live stream yesterday, which YouTube didn't save, hoe ass YouTube, right? I don't know why it didn't save it. I guess I was spitting too much realness. So it's like, nah, we can't let this get out to the public, all right? But anyway, if a man is doing this whole rotation thing, boy, look, the chicks that you're dealing with, they're going to feel a certain type of way. And guess what? Their rotation is going to be, it's going to throw you out the water, right? Because we have these channels, high value man and shit like that. Look, fellas, they got to get their body on point, finances on point, all that shit, just to even compete with the average female's rotation. You got to have your body in order. You got to have your style in order. Your car, blah, 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 all that corny high value male shit just to compete with the average chicks. You feel me? Average Sally Jane, shout out to my Sallys out there. You get spitting facts. Brandon, you got to feel me, man. You feel me? Shout out Brandon. He's loyal viewer, loyal supporter. Bro, these chicks can throw on a little bit of makeup, and I said that I touched on this in my last live stream. Throw on a little bit of makeup, make one little selfie, right? One little thirst trap selfie, and their DMs is blowing the fuck up. All types of guys, fit guys, ugly guys, handsome guys, rich guys, broke guys. She got all that to choose from. So if you're doing this corny ass rotation shit, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Best be prepared for the chick that you're dealing with to do the same thing right back to you, tenfold. Okay? Because when you throwing out that so-called player energy and that rotation energy, I got a rotation and you're a player and all that, trust and believe you're gonna attract women of that same activity, right? And look, look, I've been in a hookup cult. I'll be good goddamn lying to y'all if I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all that I've never participated in hookup culture. I would have got strike down right now, by God. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all this from experience, fellas, right? Hookup culture is super fun when you are young, but it's going to catch up to you when you get older. Young ladies, you need to especially listen to this shit. You need to especially listen to this shit when you get older. And like I said, it affects both males and females. Okay? But young ladies, y'all get the shit end of the stick. Nature gave y'all the shit end of the stick when it comes to dealing with multiple men, right? And how it affects y'all, especially when you start reaching that early 30s, mid 30s region, right? And I'm gonna get to it. Ace, what's happening with you, man? What's good with you? Enjoy the show, man. It's gonna be live. This live stream is gonna be live. All right. Cash apps are welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Just throwing it out there. You feel what I'm saying? Cash apps are highly welcome. Support your boy. You heard me, Justin. These red pill dating coaches glorify hookup culture. What up? What's good, Justin? Another one of my loyal viewers. Shout out, Justin. Love y'all, man. Justin and everyone else who follow me loyally. Y'all are gonna be the reason that we go up to the top. You hear me? So anyway, yeah, man. Young ladies, you guys get the shit into the stick big time when it comes to hookup culture because you are the receiver, right? You're the receiver of the D and you're the receiver of energy. 10 times more than males. Okay. So what happens is, man, for real, I come from a small city called Manchester. I heard of Manchester, y'all soccer. Well, football, we call that shit soccer. And a few months back, I met an overseas basketballer from the US. Sadly, I fell into the trap and had intimacy with him and caught feelings. Yes, this is what happens, young ladies. This is what happens. And another thing that irritates the hell out of me. And look, if you make YouTube videos, you could talk about whatever the hell you want. Man, you could talk about fucking a rock if you want to, right? You could talk about fucking a tree if that's what you want, okay? But what bothers me is these a lot of these guys, they also say that women, oh, they just be effing all type of guys and they don't catch feelings. They're savages. Oh yeah. These young ladies, they do catch a lot of bodies. Fellas, I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. A lot of these chicks, especially not all. I'm not gonna say the A word. You're never gonna hear me say the A word. But a lot, right? A lot is an A word. I'm tripping. Not all, but a lot. A vast majority of young ladies coming up participate in this hookup culture. By the time they're 20 years old, man, they got at least 5 bodies on them. For a lot of them, many of them, they got at least 5 bodies. I noticed I said at least. And if they go to college, man, hold up. If they go to college, you feel me? Young ladies, y'all got to slow down in college. I know y'all in college. I know y'all be seeing the ball players and they're athletic. They looking good. Y'all want them to go ahead and do their thing with you. But slow down. You know what I'm talking about? Slow down just a little bit because you're going to hurt yourself, baby. Right? In the long run. So young ladies, the way it is with young ladies in hookup culture is it starts off early. I'm talking about it starts off when they're 14 years old, dog. About 14, 13 sometimes. I remember coming up in my middle school, right? In my middle school, I'm from Houston, dog. I'm from Houston. It is my middle school had more people going to it than some of these small towns. The population of a small town. That's how big these middle schools is in Houston, in these major cities. If you're from a major city, you can relate. There were a handful of young ladies, right? Latina young ladies, because Houston and Texas, our Latino culture is big as fuck, right? It's obviously, y'all know this. There were like, I remember it was a handful of like 14-year-old chicks pregnant, right? So young ladies, they start hooking up quick. It is nothing for a chick to catch 10 bodies by the age of 16 if she really wanted to. If she was really just about it like that. If she was really just on the front line like that. You know what I'm talking about? If she was really just catching D's left and right like that. You hear me? It's nothing for her to catch 10 bodies by the age of 15. And of course, when we're younger, both men and women, hooking up is fun. Is it not? Come on, y'all. Hey, fuck with me, y'all. Come on, let's keep it honest. Hooking up is fun. It is exciting. It is something that is fun. And we don't think about that when we're young. Feel me? Thing is, what shocked me was that he was so emotionally depressed, and a guy like that would be able to have an emotional connection with a woman. It's sad. Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to talk about the Chad guy that I know in person real quick, right? I'm going to talk about, there's an actual Chad that I knew, okay? And yeah, I've been called a Chad a couple of times on my fucking channel. Guys, compared to some of these dudes that I know, I'm an incel compared to these guys. You feel what I'm saying? Compared to them, I'm not doing shit, right? But it's an actual Chad, so to speak. And this guy, he's like 6'4", real talk. He used to go to my gym, 6'4", light skin. You know, he had the light skin thing going on. He had the colored eyes. You feel what I'm saying? And he's got so many chicks, bro. The last chick I seen him with, and she was a girlfriend, right? She was very pretty, a super attractive chick. And you know what I'm saying? Both of them went to the gym. She went to the gym too, super in shape, super attractive young lady. Okay. This guy had the most problems I've ever seen. Like I had to cut off talking and hanging out with him. Every time I would hang out with him, he would get sloppy drunk. He would start crying over broads, right? He would start crying over young ladies. Pardon me, right? We got a young lady in here. Shout out to you, young lady. He would cry about about the chicks he was messing with. He's like, yeah, man, she's hanging out with these other guys and stuff. And he would get sloppy drunk every time we hung out. And he would just turn to an emotional wreck every time I would hang out with him, which I only hung out with him like 2 or 3 times. And when he's sober, he's cool, bro. But of course, every time he has to get pissy drunk, then he starts crying over females. He starts crying over women, right? Why is that? He's participating in that hookup culture, right? He even admitted to a mutual person that he be thinking about offing himself sometimes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He had thoughts of ending himself sometimes. So you tell me, how fun is this hookup culture really, right? After you get past that initial funness and you know what I'm saying, woo, I'm getting a rotation, I'm banging Sally, Susie, Shaniqua, Maria, you feel me, Habiba, whatever fucking demographic you is, right? I'm banging them all, man. I got a rainbow of females. And the whole world loves it when y'all remember that damn Outcast song? Yeah. You got the whole world with you, man. It's fun when you're young. Okay? It's fun when you are young. And young ladies, going back to y'all, when you are young, you got the whole world in your hands. You have the whole world at your beck and call. You feel me? You can get damn near any guy you want. And see, here's the thing with females in their rotation, right? I talked about this yesterday. You know what I'm saying? People ain't looking for their soulmate. It's about instant gratification. Exactly. Instant gratification. We live in an instant hookup culture. Everything's instant, right? So, young ladies, you guys have everyone at the palm of your hands, literally. Dating apps at the palm of your hands. You have the most top-notch guys at the touch of your fingertips, right? And like I said, females have rotations of men because they can do that. They can fuck with ball players, rappers, you hear me? Fucking business owners, whatever. They can do that. But these guys are morally bankrupt. To a certain extent. I'm not saying I'm just the purest, cleanliest guy, right? I'm willing to admit it, right? But these guys, like some of the young ladies, y'all's rotation when you're young, and you can argue with me if you want, right? I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna change what I'm about to say. And it's not all, but it's many young ladies. The men you deal with are some of the worst fucking dudes that society has to offer, right? Like some of the worst, you know what I'm talking about, scuzziest dudes that don't give a shit about you, right? All they're looking for is a quick boink, right? Quick smash, quick pipe. They gonna give you quick pipe, right? They got multiple felonies, multiple baby mamas. These are the guys that y'all choose to hook up with in your younger years, right? Y'all hooking up with ball players. Let me tell y'all something, ladies. You guys have this false. I'm gonna get on y'all real quick since I got on my fellas real quick. Let me get on y'all ladies real quick. What do you think a ball player, right, traveling from Maine to Spain, right, from California to Japan, the long way? I'm not talking about the short way, motherfucker. I'm talking about the long way. The Pacific Ocean way, from California all the way to Japan. What you think this dude traveling all these places, what do you think he want with Lil OU? Long term. I'm talking long term. Not short term, meaning fucking. I'm talking about long term. Right? And I'm not justifying his action, because like I said, he's doing some dirtbag stuff too. But what you think he want with Lil OU long term? This guy is going ocean to ocean, sea to sea, right? And yeah, ball players do get wives. Guess what? Those wives get cheated on constantly, right? So don't give me that whole basketball players get married. Yeah, they get married, and that married chick has to sit there and just accept the fact that he fucking other chicks in China and Greece and all that other stuff, okay? But let's get back to the topic. What you think that dude wants with Lil OU long term? You know what I'm saying? Did you ever think about that? But it's the allure is just too much. The temptation is just too much. The hookup culture is just too alluring, too appealing. So what do? You let him hit on the first night. Guess what? After he hits, right? And yeah, he might be emotionally unavailable and stuff and morally bankrupt, because guess what? Like I said in the beginning of the video, he's participating in hookup culture too. So he damn near his emotions are trash too, right? But then y'all get hurt when he doesn't call you no more and flies overseas or hooks up with some other chick from a nightclub or something like that. Then guess what? Now y'all are jaded, right? You got your heart broke. Okay? You're dealing with these trash guys that break your heart. Okay? Then it's a constant cycle. Now in your head, you're like F men, okay? F men, and I'm just gonna do my thing. So when a chick says I'm doing my thing, I'm doing me, living my best life, here's what that translates into, right? It roughly translates into I'm tired of these scumbag guys, right? That you chose, by the way. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not trying to blame you, but you kind of seen some red flags, right? And men, we do it too. We see chicks that I've done it before too. We see chicks that we know are scam scallywags, and we still try to change them, right? Then we get played and hurt in the process, okay? But yeah, young ladies, y'all like, you know what? I'm doing me. What that translates into is I'm tired of guys and their BS. I'm just going to go out here. I'm just going to go out here and just hook up even more, right? I'm just going to fuck even more guys. And guess what, ladies? The guys that you keep hooking up with, they're just as trash as the 10 other guys before that. And this is especially to my young ladies, okay? My boy Justin just wrote, keep preaching, bro. With apps like Tinder, it's too easy for the hookup culture to get pushed on ladies and gentlemen. With one night swipe, they could get a hookup. Facts. These online sites, they package, like I said, they package hookup culture, and it's harmless, you know. It's just an app. You meet somebody, and you know, you hook up with them. Popular culture, right? We got music doing the same. Music does the same thing. It packages hookup culture and makes it seem like this glamorous lifestyle, right? What did all these rap song FB words, right? B's ain't shit, but H's and tricks, right? They package this whole, and then it affects men and women. Now women are hearing this type of stuff, like F bitches get money. Now they're like, okay, hey, look, if that's how they feel, I'm finna do the same thing, right? If that's how men are gonna treat me, shoot, I'm gonna treat them as a bag. I'm gonna treat them as an ATM, i.e. City Girls, Cardi B. They're like, hey, look, if that's how men are finna do it, they finna do this little hookup. I'm telling y'all, man, this hookup culture, that's a woman's game, okay? That's the woman's game. And a lot of y'all are gonna lose that game, right? A lot of y'all is finna lose that fucking game. I'm telling y'all right now, fellas. I'm telling, a lot of these channels be lying to y'all. A lot of these channels be lying to men. They be trying to package this whole hookup culture like it's fun. Oh, get yourself a rotation. Oh, you think the chick that you talking to don't have a rotation? right? And then the dude ends up getting played by the same chicks that he talks mess about, right? Because we look at these corny ass red pill channels and they're like, all chicks are promiscuous and you know what I'm saying? All chicks are H words and all chicks cheat. But he doing the same shit. It's like it's mind blowing. Like, bro, you're actively out here looking for chicks of low morals to hook up with, right? And like I said, I'm not beyond I'm not like this perfect angel, right? I still engage in it from sparingly from time to time. You hear me? I just know the dangers of it. I know the dangers of it, right? And I've greatly, you know what I'm saying, slowed down on that BS, right? But it's like it's mind-boggling. Like, how do you engage in sleazy, degenerate hookup culture? Then you get mad when the chicks that you meet are doing the same thing. I mean, how does that make sense? You hear me? It's like you want to play basketball, right? Then you get on a basketball court, then you fucking mad that other dudes is playing basketball, even though you stepping into a basketball court. You feel me? Isn't it duh? Like what outcome did you think is gonna come out of that? What outcome did you think as a man, right? I don't care how alpha you is and all that shit. What outcome did you think engaging in hookup culture, what outcome do you think is gonna come out of that? Right? You think having a rotation of 3 chicks is cool and these chicks are thotties. You think they're not gonna cheat on you? You think they're not gonna be virtuous? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like use some fucking common sense. Then the way that it damages people, especially young ladies, like I said, especially young ladies. Young ladies, I don't give a damn if it was just a one-night stand. I don't care if it was just one night. As soon as that guy penetrates you, as soon as he goes up in you, he is going to be spiritually. Now, I believe in spirituality. If you don't, that's fine. I don't. You can go to one of these alpha channels that tell you to get a rotation or whatever the fuck. But I believe in spirituality. It does not matter if you were with this guy for 5 minutes and he penetrated you, part of him is going to be with you spiritually, right? And mentally too. Like, you might never forget about this guy that you had a one-night stand. It's some chicks I had one-night stands with, they still be crossing my mind. And it was just one night. It was just one night and they still cross my mind. You feel me? So I can only imagine how it feels for a woman, right? Because like I said, they're more emotional. You feel me? Don't think that these super promiscuous chicks that they just go around getting piped and they just have no feelings about it. Let me tell y'all something, man. I've dealt with young ladies that were heavily into that promiscuous lifestyle, hookup culture, right? I knew the guys who piped her, and there were several. Trust me, there was several. Right, there was a lot of them. You hear me? No, I'm talking about like it was a couple of them. I'm like, damn, he fucked too. Like, hey, how many dudes pipe? Ma, like, can you close your legs for 2 seconds? Anyway, that's her business, right? It got so bad. The hookup culture damaged her so bad. She had to fly out the whole city. She left Houston, right? She left Houston because there was nowhere she could go that someone wasn't pointing her out. And it's like, damn, yeah, I piped. Like literally, dog. Like if she goes damn near anywhere, a dude is gonna be like, she gonna see him in the background laughing like that. Tapping his homeboy. Hey, look, I smashed. Hey, I smashed. You feel me? What do you think that does to a woman's psyche? Right? Not to mention emotionally. This young lady was so emotionally damaged. Like it was crazy, bro. Like sometimes I would be fearful. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes I would be fearful that she was gonna off her own life. Like that's how emotionally damaged. She thought it was fun and get, bro. She was only 25 years old. She was only 25, and there were 4 guys that I knew that piped. That's in my immediate workplace. And my immediate, I'm talking about the size of a damn hallway, right? Because we will all be in the kitchen. That's just in that immediate place. She was only 25, bro. So imagine, and then on top of that, she told me, look, she said when she was in high school, after her prom finished, right? She went and hit up a little mini group activity thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. It starts with an O and ends with a G, right? Multiple people. This was when she was in high school, right? And this is not all young ladies, right? It's not all young ladies, but unfortunately, a lot of young ladies think this stuff is fun, okay? Until they start growing older, then they're like, damn, my psyche is damaged. Like my psyche is starting to get like this is why you see a lot of older women, or not even older women. I say, look, there's on the internet, they be saying women hit the wall at 30 years old, right? That might be physically. In my humble opinion, bro, a lot, not all, a large majority of modern, when I say modern women, I'm talking about the new age Cardi B followers and Meg Thee Stallion followers, right? They hit the wall at age like 24, 25 mentally. Because they done got pumped and dumped so much in their life. Now they just have a terrible outlook on men, right? They have a terrible outlook on men. They have a terrible outlook on life. They have constant mood swings. And yes, women are going to have mood swings regardless because they're just super emotional, right? But them, it's like they're time tenfold. Like their mood swings. Like, and then, fellas, I know you could relate to this. Have you ever walked past a chick and you just felt this horrible negative vibe, right? Like this negative, like she got her nose in the air, she mean mugging, right? And it's like the worst entitled vibe that you get. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all felt this before, right? A large part of that, bro, is her emotions are fucked up. And, you know, of course, life in general is hard, but that hookup culture that she engaging in, that's a huge part to do of that attitude that she has, that kind of rude, messed up, jacked up, F all men attitude. Yeah, that's from her getting piped every single which way, right? She done seen more pipe than Mario and Luigi. Bars. You know what I'm saying? She done seen more pipes, you dig what I'm saying, than Mario on the goddamn Super Nintendo, right? I stole that bar from Battle Rapper, by the way. That shit was hard. So it's like when they get older, and 25 ain't even old, but you know, as they get older, they just get jaded, bro. They just start not liking guys because they got all these type of energies. They got F-boy energy swimming all through their DNA because the guys that they deal with are F-boys, right? Chicks, when they're younger, a lot of them, when they're young, bro, they are not looking at moral values with guys. That comes way after, okay? And these are, like I said, there's some young ladies, especially it depends on their culture. They get married off or they couple off with a average guy, a decent young guy, right? There's plenty of those women too, right? Not plenty, but we're talking in the Western world, right? But that's culturally wise. But I'm talking about for the most part, these chicks, let's take a 21-year-old in her prime. I'm talking about she just has a banging body. She got DMs coming all the way from overseas. You know, some dude in fucking France is DMing her, trying to fly her out, trying to get her flued out, right? The guys that she is messing with, the last thing that she is looking at is his moral values. That is the last thing that she takes in the account, right? Men too, fellas. I'm not off y'all either. When we're younger, you know, we're messing with some skim scam scallywags, right? especially if they giving it up like this. We're not really looking at their moral character. We're just looking, hey, look, she looked kind of cute and she trying to smash. I'll take it, right? But anyway, same thing with females, bro. They're looking at the guys that are sexually attractive, okay? Now, their moral values are ugly. You feel what I'm saying? Their moral values are almost non-existent. And these are the main guys that they are messing with when they are young. You know, the average guy that's on a straight and narrow, he's boring. He's boring to the average young girl, right? The young man that's looking out for his future, right? Guys, super chats are welcome, right? If you're enjoying what I'm saying, right? If you're liking the content, super chat are well. I know I only got 6 people in this bitch. It's all good though. This is only my second technically because my other live stream got deleted. This is my second live stream, all right? But anywho, yeah, man. She's not looking at the guy that's looking out for his future, that has a future plan. No, she's looking at the guy that's popular, right? She's looking at the guy that all the other girls want. Okay? It starts off in high school, in school. You know, these cheerleaders, the most and fellas, these chicks are super attractive, right? They is not unattractive young ladies. They are very attractive, extremely attractive. They go after the most shitbag dudes that are in that vicinity, right? The cheerleaders, the volleyball player, right? And this is, bro, I've been observing this since I was going to school, right? I've been observing this since I was going to school. The prettiest chicks were getting with what you would call you know what I'm saying? We've all heard the cliche story, bro. We've all heard the cliche females like a-holes and stuff. And yes, this is true to a certain degree. You know, it is true to a certain degree. Not all, because like I said, some young ladies have a good head on their shoulders, especially if they grew up in a good household and a solid male figure guided her. But we all know that's in the Western culture, especially in urban areas, right? Especially in urban areas, the father is absent, right? So the female has no solid father figure to look after. So she's hooking up. Who does she hook up with in high school and in school? The a-hole, right? These guys, they're the ones that walked around school, right? And just basically did whatever the hell they wanted, said whatever they wanted, right? Morally wise, they were bankrupt, right? They were morally bankrupt. Whether it was the guy that was a basketball star, whether it was the dope boy that was in school, right? The biker guy, depends on your demographic, right? It's a whole different story. Demographic has a huge part to do in this too, right? But whatever the case is, okay, that's the type of guys that females hook up with, morally bankrupt guys. And this cycle happens over and over. So by the time she reaches her early 30s, her mid 30s, right? Shit, hell, like I said, even 25, now she's emotionally damaged from the hookup culture because it was packaged in a way to her that it's fun, you know, hot girl summer. You feel me? For my fellas, popping bottles on B words and, you know, getting a section and popping bottles on bitches, you know, fellas, come on now. We know. We know what I'm talking about, right? This whole player lifestyle is packaged to us in an appealing way, right? And young ladies take this message. See, like I said before, a long time ago, a chick being promiscuous, a chick hooking up with multiple men, that was a stain. You feel me? You are repeating all the topics of the Red Pill channels. No, I'm not, idiot, because I'm talking about men too. I said that in the beginning. I'm talking about men too. Men get damaged by hookup culture as well. You feel what I'm saying? That's what red pillars do not tell you, is that men get damaged too. You feel what I'm saying? If you were watching in the beginning, you would know that. Whatever the fuck your name is, Nordic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Men get damaged too. I talked about a Chad that was thinking about offing himself. Do red pill channels talk about that? Do they talk about Chads thinking about offing themselves because they've been in hookup culture for so long and they keep getting played by these same females that are in the hookup culture as well? Nah, they don't talk about that. Anyway, like the fuck I was saying, right? Female, it does affect females a little more, right? It does affect females a little more because they are emotionally tied. You feel what I'm saying? So now they're just jaded. They don't want to marry, right? And see, back in the day, like I said, back in the day, like a lot of y'all that got grandparents, you will see that their relationship lasted for years. Okay, their relationship lasted for ages. And was it perfect? Of course, it wasn't perfect. Relationships, they're never going to be perfect, right? But their relationship weathered the storm. Okay, their relationship lasted. I don't know about y'all's grandparents, you feel me? But mine, they had like 11 fucking kids together, right? And you'll notice that a lot of cultures back in the day, you feel what I'm saying? They look down on promiscuity because they kind of knew the outcome. They kind of knew what's to become of this, right? They knew what was to become of people that are promiscuous. Nothing but emotional damage, right? Nothing but emotional damage. And that's why you got a lot of shit. Hell, even a lot of guys, you feel what I'm saying? These channels be talking about women are on antidepressants. I can't tell you how many dudes I know that are on antidepressants, right? And is hookup culture the only thing to blame? No, it's not. Because life in general, like they hate their job, right? There's other aspects of their life they're having trouble with, granted. But hookup culture, you best believe it plays a part in that, right? Why do you think so many guys, bro? Why do you think so many guys, and I know y'all know them too in real life, they heavily medicate themselves. Now look, I drink, right? I like to sip every now and then. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, right? But how many guys that you know are on hard substances? I'm talking about pills. I'm talking about Xans and all that corny shit. Like I said, that social media and society glamorizes so much. You feel me? And that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Society and social media and all that, they're glamorizing all this negative shit. Okay? They're glamorizing all this negative stuff. They're gold wrapping it. Okay? How many guys do you know that are on antidepressants and stuff? And some of them won't tell you. You feel me? Where do you think that comes from, bro? It comes from them just in this hookup culture. This chick played them. This chick did them dirty, right? And of course, life is a stressor in itself. But that's another huge problem, bro. They're engaging in this hookup society and they're getting played, right? They're finding out, hey, this whole player lifestyle that these fucking red pill channels be encouraging. And look, if some shit the red pill channel says true, of course, I'm not gonna sit here and say everything is false. I just don't like how they make it seem like the dude has it made and the chick is the only one getting the shit end of the stick. No, both ends get played, right? Both ends get played, even the males. I've seen it plenty of times, bro. Right? These guys, they like I said, they want to listen to these rappers and hook up with these IG models and all that good stuff. What do you, fellas? What you think hooking up with a female of that moral substance is gonna get you? Right? What do you think hooking up with Kiki from Instagram, right? The IG model, what outcome you think this gonna be? You think she's gonna be your wife, bro? You know what I'm saying? And these guys keep chasing the same type of loose, same shit, morally bankrupt chick. She got a fat ass. She has big titties. So he can't resist the opportunity to hook up, right? He can't. You feel me? We all fell into this. I fell into it, right? I didn't smash some kikis from the block a couple of times. Okay. Important thing is you know what you're getting into, right? No, the water you're getting into is deep. You feel what I'm saying? It's not all sunshine and roses. Okay. It's if you ladies and gentlemen, if you engage in this hookup culture, yes, it is fun. It is fun. Just know what you're getting yourself into, right? And there's nothing wrong with sexuality. It's a beautiful thing. It's just when it's done in excess, when it's done to the point where it is now, that's when it becomes perverted and problematic, right? It's like water. Water is super healthy for you. And I encourage everybody to keep drinking water, right? And cut out sodas and all that good stuff, okay? But there's such thing as water poisoning. Believe it or not, if you drink too much water, you get water poison. Same thing with sexuality. It's in a healthy dose with the right person, it's great. But when it goes overboard, that's when it gets perverted. That's when it emotionally damages you. And I know what somebody's thinking. Oh, it's just being with one person for your whole life. I'm not saying that, especially nowadays. Especially nowadays. Look, finding somebody with a body count lower than 10, you feel me? Well, that's not too hard on the male side, to be honest, because a lot of young men, their partners are very limited, right? Their partners are very limited. But anyway, finding somebody with a partner body count less than 10, good luck with that, right? So I'm not saying just be this holier than art thou and just I'm so holy type of shit. No, but just keep it in moderation, and most importantly, know what you're getting yourself into, right? When you want to engage in this player lifestyle with rotations. Oh, I want to have a rotation. All right, buddy, you go ahead and have a rotation. I'm gonna tell you this though. You're gonna see some shit that you don't want to see. You hear me? You're gonna see some shit and you're gonna interact with chicks that you wish you never did. Because like I said, if you are engaging in hookup activity, promiscuous activity, you are going to be meeting the same type of chicks. You are going to meet chicks that are in relationships, right? You're going to meet chicks that want to have multiple guys at one time. Okay? At the same time, right? I'm talking about 3-on-1 action type of shit. You're going to meet those type. You're going to run into those type because you're engaging in that type of degenerate activity. You feel what I'm saying? So know what it's like street life, bro. All these rappers encourage street life, Jeezy is one of my most favorite rappers. He is my favorite rapper, Young Jeezy. Not G-Eazy, not the white dude. I'm talking about Jeezy, Geezy. All he raps about is trapping and coke, right? That's all he raps about. You feel me? I'm not gonna do that. F that, right? Because he's packaging it in this attractive gangster way, but he's not telling you the opposite, the bad side of it. He's not gonna tell you about death. He's not gonna tell you about going to prison for the rest of your life. He's not gonna tell you about people harming you and your family. Okay? Because when you in that type of lifestyle, that's the type of stuff that happens. You put yourself and your family in danger, right? So that's the same thing with hookup culture. When you engage in hookup culture, just know what you're getting yourself into. Okay? Anyway, man, I hope that helped. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Did y'all enjoy this live stream? Let me know. Yes, no. I know I barely got anyone in here, but God damn it, say something, right? Did y'all get anything out of it? Was it interesting? Y'all want more lives? which there will be more lives. There will be more lives, regardless if anybody says anything. But there will be more lives, and hopefully it starts picking up the more I do. All right. So anyway, with that being said, man, happy Easter. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Peace.